San Diego. Let's fucking go! Woo! It's our fucking house.
Hey.
It's our house right here, baby. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Hey, Manny.
Yes. 305 to the 619, baby. Let's go. Let's go, San Diego. Live that shit up, San Diego. Let's fucking go! Woo! It's our fucking house.
Hey.
It's our house right here, baby. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Hey, Manny.
Yes. 305 to the 619, baby. Let's go. Let's go, San Diego. Live that shit up, San Diego. Let's fucking go! Woo! It's our fucking house.
Hey.
It's our house right here, baby. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Hey, Manny.
Yes. 305 to the 619, baby. Let's go. Let's go, San Diego. Live that shit up, San Diego. Let's fucking go! Woo! It's our fucking house.
Hey.
It's our house right here, baby. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Hey, Manny.
Yes. 305 to the 619, baby. Let's go. Let's go, San Diego. Live that shit up, San Diego. Let's fucking go! Woo! It's our fucking house.
Hey.
It's our house right here, baby. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Hey, Manny.
Yes. 305 to the 619, baby. Let's go. Let's go, San Diego. Live that shit up, San Diego. Let's fucking go! Woo! It's our fucking house.
Hey.
It's our house right here, baby. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Hey, Manny.
Yes. 305 to the 619, baby. Let's go. Let's go, San Diego. Live that shit up, San Diego. Let's fucking go! Woo! It's our fucking house.
Hey.
It's our house right here, baby. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Hey, Manny.
Yes. 305 to the 619.
This is going to be a first. This is the first ever solo episode of Friar Friday. We had a guest. He couldn't make it. It's all good. We get it. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and if you have any questions, please ask me. I'm going to try to answer as many questions as I can. But right now I'm just going to kind of, get some things that we're talking about, some stuff going on in baseball before we even get started. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm more than happy to answer them. This is the first time we've ever done it solo, but yes, let's go ahead and talk about this. So first of all, let's talk about the players that got non-tendered. I don't know if there's an official list out yet, but I know a couple names that come to my head. Obviously, Cody Bellinger, that was the big one. That was the big name we were all talking about. Is Cody Bellinger going to get non-tendered? And he did. He did get non-tendered indeed, which is, that's very shocking. If you told me after 2019 when he won MVP, which is, not that long ago. What's up, Stevan? Stevan? Is that how you say that? Stevan, I'm guessing? Sorry about that if I mispronounce it. But if you told me in 2019 he would have gotten, released, non-tender, that's crazy, Looking back at that, that is crazy to think about, the fact that he got non-tendered. But that's another name. That's the main name, obviously, is Cody Bellinger. And we'll go down the list once I find a list. I'm going to try to find a list for you guys so we can talk about it. But Cody Bellinger, number one, first player that got non-tendered. How do you feel about Martinez getting signed? I am completely ecstatic. It's a great contract for the first year. And I was going to talk about the Martinez signing in a bit for sure, man, Richard. But we're going to go ahead and, we're going to start with the non-tenders, and then we're going to get into Martinez. And I'm happy with it personally. How do you feel about it, Richard? Like I said, this is a Q&A kind of. This is the first time we've done a Q&A Friar Friday, but we're gonna treat it like it's a Q&A. And I would like to say that I'm ecstatic about it. It was a good signing. Explain tender. Okay, so for people that don't know how non-tendering players work, so you have this thing called arbitration, right? And arbitration is when you're basically it's in between your rookie contract. I'm trying to find the best definition for this. It's in between your rookie contract and it's in between your contract before you're a free agent, right? Yeah, I'll talk about the player. That's who I should have started with, Stevan, is that. But I'm just going to explain non-tendering real quick before we get back to the players we non-tendered. So basically, the short, simple answer is it's releasing a player without a penalty. That's the best way to describe it, is releasing a player without a penalty. You don't have any penalties if you non-tender someone, so yeah. But it's a way for you to get out of a contract that's not, I mean, not a contract, but get out of arbitration hearings if you don't want the player anymore. If a player's under contract, like let's say, this is an example. This is an easy way to explain it. For example, we have 7 players going to arbitration. Austin Nola is an example. Let's say, fuck it, man, we don't want Austin Nola anymore. Okay, so we're just going to non-tender him. We obviously didn't non-tender him. He's important to our team, but you can just go ahead and non-tender him. That's all you have to do, you know? Okay, non-tender the player, which is basically releasing them without having to pay him anything. You can only non-tender, I believe, 3 players. So, yeah. A couple big names got non-tendered, and how arbitration works to explain why you would non-tender someone. Obviously, it doesn't make sense to non-tender Cody Bellinger because he's still a decent major leaguer, but the reason you non-tender him is how arbitration works is it's a court hearing process for how much your salary is going to be this year, and they reflect on past seasons. Obviously, Cody Bellinger won MVP, so his arbitration would be about $18 million. But he's not at that same level anymore. He's not going to get paid $18 million a year no matter where he goes. So for that reason, the Dodgers non-tendered Cody Bellinger. Let's go ahead and talk about the players that the Padres non-tendered. First player the Padres non-tendered, and the most name brand one is Jorge Alfaro. I was saying all week, anytime I talked about non-tendering players, I would always say that Jorge Alfaro was getting non-tendered. And he just didn't have a spot on the Padres, you know? Unfortunate for him, he didn't have a spot on the Padres, so just because of that, we non-tendered him. It's unfortunate for him, but yes, we non-tendered Jorge Alfaro, we non-tendered Efren Contreras, and I believe I swear we were thinking about non-tendering Jose Castillo, and then we decided against it, but then for whatever reason, I'm pretty sure we tendered him. Like, I don't even know. Like, for example, it's coming out right now, D-backs non-tender Reyes Moronta. That makes sense. But we're going to go ahead and look up the Padres real quick to see, because I know they non-tendered Alfaro for a fact. I'm going to go to the Padres Twitter because they'll tell me officially. So they did sign Jose Castillo. I don't know why we didn't just non-tender him, but okay. The other person we non-tendered was Efren Contreras. He was an up-and-coming pitching prospect, and he never panned out for us. Either way, let's try to look at a list of the players that got non-tendered. The first team we're going to hop to is the Blue Jays. Ramel Tapia, Bradley Zimmer, Vinny Capra. I have no clue who Vinny Capra is. Ramel Tapia could be a player I'd want to see on the Padres. Bradley Zimmer as well. I mean, not really interested in Bradley Zimmer. Brian Anderson, this is a guy that probably wanted to trade for in the past. From the Marlins, he got non-tendered. Reyes Moronta got non-tendered. Miguel Andujar re-signed. He did get tendered. Let's see if we got any other interesting non-tenders. Nothing crazy from the Royals. Luke Voigt and Eric Fetty. Eric Fetty's all right. He's not bad. Luke Voigt, obviously we know who Luke Voigt is. Dodgers non-tender Cody Bellinger. Alex Reyes got non-tendered. That's a name that I'm really interested in. You know, Alex Reyes, I hope to God he doesn't go to the Dodgers. Franchy Cordero got non-tendered. There's another ex-Padre. There's plenty of people that ended up getting non-tendered. It seems like there's a Gio Urshela got traded today. But yeah, there's a decent amount of people that got non-tendered. They non-tender some players. Does that mean the Padres are getting new players? I mean, that means the Padres are definitely going to get new players at some point. You have to fill the void of the people that you have to non-tender. Odds on us signing the Japanese pitcher, I'm guessing you're referring to Sanga. So I was going to make a video tomorrow talking about Sanga. But to keep it simple, we met with Sanga yesterday. It was very under the radar. The meeting went really well. We need to sign Kodai Sanga. That's what I'll say. We need to sign him. If we don't sign him, we're really kind of in trouble, in my opinion. Because the big thing when I look at Kodai Sanga is not counting Nick Martinez because of how Nick Martinez's contract's set up. It's weird. Nick Martinez could be a free agent again next year with the way his contract's set up. It's weird, but we're ignoring that. The only starting pitcher we have under contract after next season is Joe Musgrove. So we really need Kodai Sanga when you think about it in that form. I mean, he's great. He's a great pitcher. I'm a big fan of him. My odds, I had him at like 5%, like of coming to the Padres. Shoot, probably 4 days ago. But after meeting him and hearing the meeting went good, I think it's probably around 20%. I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter. If you do follow me on Twitter, I posted a screenshot of Kodai Sanga, and he met with Blake Snell, Yu Darvish, Musgrove, and 2 other pitchers are needed. Well, Martinez is gonna be a starter this year, at least to start the year. I think you just need 1 for now, and you kind of figure out from there how it goes. You can always trade for a pitcher at the deadline. You can always. That's the thing. You don't need to have the best form of your roster is going to be after the deadline. So. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be pitchers available at the deadline. What's your Twitter account? Same as my YouTube, @FamedFriar. I tweet the most updated Padres news you will have. I promise you that. Definitely follow me, as well as join the Discord. If you haven't already, join the Discord. All of the links are going to be below in the description of the stream. Yeah, make sure to join the Discord, because the Discord is I'm going to be typing in there a lot. I'm going to be typing. I tweet all the time. I mean, supposedly Elon Musk is ruining Twitter. I don't know how you guys feel about that. We're sticking strictly to baseball here. But, yeah. I would say that we need another pitcher. And Sanga's that guy in my mind. He throws 97 to 99 consistently. He can touch up to 102. He has the gyro ball, which is a fork ball. Can you post it and I'll send you a follow? For sure, man. I'll make sure I'll post everything right now for you guys in the chat. So that's going to be my Twitter right there. And then I'll go ahead and drop the Discord right now. Just if you guys are interested, all of it we're going to be talking Padres baseball. Discord, you get a little more stuff. Please follow, join. I'll follow you guys back. I love hearing baseball, like everything related to the Padres. I enjoy, man. So I'd recommend you guys do that. Yeah. Alfaro for some reason got posted by Fox's MLB page. I don't know why Alfaro's national news. Dem Padres, let me give you mod, because this is the first time I've seen you in here and I still haven't done that. There's no way, man. So literally, I'm gonna get sidetracked 1 second for you guys here, and we'll go back to talking about the Padres. I would like to say this right now. There's this guy on Twitter, not on Twitter, on YouTube, who commented on one of my videos when I was talking about the Padres possibly getting like a major star this offseason, and he said, "There's no way, you're dreaming, kid," right? And then I posted a video of little evidence of a MLB insider saying that we're in on these free agents, and then the guy comments the same exact thing. I don't know if it's like a bot, like what the hell? It's confusing. And he goes, "You're dreaming, kid. You're dreaming, kid." Like it's so, I don't even know. It's so interesting to me. But we're gonna get back into Padre baseball. Let's get back on subject here, What else would you guys like to discuss? We discussed a little bit about Nick Martinez. I'm going to go ahead and oh, you're a Madrid fan. That's interesting. Got you with that follow back, my guy. What else would you guys like to discuss about the Padres? That's the weirdest thing. That was so weird. That guy, the coworker, hates me. He doesn't like baseball, but somehow he was the one that found my YouTube channel. I don't even fucking know, man. It is so weird to me, the fact that was I don't even know. I don't care, to be honest. At first, I was kind of weirded out, but now I really don't care. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking about Padre baseball. So if he's got a problem with it, he can suck my nuts. Either way, let's get back on topic here, talking about Padres baseball. Just a couple of things to scroll through my Twitter to talk about. Luke Voigt, non-tendered. I think he's like a last resort for the Padres. Padres are currently shopping Adrian Morejon. Alex Reyes DFA'd. That's the guy I want. I want Alex Reyes. I really want Alex Reyes. What else should I throw in there? Cody Bellinger, non-tendered, like I said. Sanga's agent posted this morning. Kodai Sanga, the Asian pitcher we were talking about, he said, "See you later, San Diego," and he left at about 7 in the morning, and he met with the Mets today. I don't know how it went with the Mets. Apparently, the Mets made a formal offer. I don't know if the Padres have made a formal offer. There's no telling about that. The Padres were linked to Xander Bogaerts at the deadline. There's no secret. San Diego wants one of the top shortstops in the market. Will it be Bogaerts? That's something that Borna posted. I posted an image of a Correa jersey swap, just to kind of go over a few things. I'm gonna go read back in the chat. Trey Turner, maybe him coming back to SD. You like Real Madrid and the Padres? That's cool. I'm a Roma fan. What is your source on Morejon being moved? It's the same guy that tells me everything, man. I'm not saying Morejon's getting moved, but I think it's more of a thing where he's trying to see the value on Morejon, which I took a photo with Morejon, if you guys don't know this. After the night we beat the Dodgers in the NLDS, I was with Machado. It's a long story, but I ended up in Machado's house, and I took a photo with Morejon and Machado. That's why my profile picture is the photo of Machado and I. I'll get into the JD Martinez. Let me finish up with Morejon, but I think he's just checking on the value of Morejon. He's trying to see what the value is. That's just in my opinion. You're a Rossoneri. But I think he's checking on the value. That's all I think he's doing. I think he's doing a quick little value check to see what people are seeing the value at. I don't know. That's my guess. I don't know what other reason he would be shopping Morejon, because Morejon is like one of Preller's crown jewels, if you guys didn't know this. Thoughts on JD Martinez? His power's gone down, right? I'm going to go ahead and check his numbers real quick. His power's gone down. I want someone that's going to hit slug. Our team can't slug. I don't know if you guys haven't noticed that, but we have 0 slugging in our team. Yeah, he hit 16 bombs last year. He hit 274 with a 341 on base percentage, but I don't know, man. I want more slug from the DH. He's going to hit like 12 home runs in San Diego. He's going to hit 9 to 12 home runs here if we did that. So I don't know if it's worth it, in my opinion. I'm sorry if you guys can hear that, but there's some concert going on in the background right now nearby. Yeah, kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind JD Martinez, but he's in the same boat as Abreu. It's like he hit 2 more home runs than Abreu and hit 30 points lower in batting average. And I hate Abreu, so lucky you, man. Manny Machado got snuffed. At least we tendered. Yeah, we weren't gonna non-tender Juan Soto. That would. Someone was trying to tell me that we were gonna non-tender Josh Hader in a group chat I'm in, and I was like, dude, no. He's like, that's why we signed Suarez. I'm like, I understand that. He's like, it's gonna cost us 18 mil for Hader. I'm like, yes, but we're willing to pay this 18 mil so we don't pay 25 mil next year. So this is our year to win the World Series. That's the whole point. Either way, the Gold Glove. Yeah, he definitely got snuffed for it. If anything, he got it was way worse for the Silver Slugger. He deserved the Silver Slugger. That was crazy. At least we tendered Juan Soto. Very true. I didn't think we were gonna not non-tender. I thought there's no way we were gonna non-tender him. And I mean the same thing, you know, regarding Juan Soto again, is Juan Soto is gonna be a Padre for the rest of his career. Like the amount of prospect capital we gave up to get Juan Soto, you don't do that unless you're willing to pay that guy $500 million. I mean, literally, we gave up the number 20 ranked prospect, a guy that was the number 2 ranked prospect but got called up, a guy that was a top 5 prospect at a point, a guy that was a top 30 prospect, a guy that's a top 100 prospect but he's only 16 years old. Like, we gave up 5 insane pieces in that trade. Like, literally, we gave up something that would, it's either way. They're signing before he reaches free agency for sure. My guess is for sure. I think it's probably going to be next off season's more likely to sign him. I'm sure they're going to make a formal offer and just kind of get a ballpark idea of what he's looking for. Merrill Abrams, I agree with that. I'm a big Jackson Merrill fan, and listening to Jim Callis on Borna's podcast / show, what was that, 2-3 nights ago? It was really interesting what he had to say about Jackson Merrill. And the fact of the matter is, Jackson Merrill's seen as an elite talent in baseball right now in terms of prospects. They think he's one of the best up-and-coming prospects, which is crazy, but good for Jackson Merrill, you know? Anything else my question, who do you wish to see on the Padres? That's a loaded question. If you're telling me what's the one player, you're telling me one player. I can only get one player this offseason? Like just one player, I guess is what you're kind of asking. The one player I'm kind of looking for from the Padres, I guess if I'm just getting one player, I'm going to say Carlos Correa because, you know, like I said in my last YouTube video, if you guys haven't watched it already, definitely go check it out. In my last YouTube video, you get Carlos Correa, you can change your team up. Like everyone's like, oh, you know, 2. Okay, I'll do 2 in 1 second. But I would say you get Carlos Correa, you just move Cronenworth to first, you move Kim to second, you keep Tatis in center or right, and you move Soto to left. You're twice the team you were before. And the only difference is you basically replace, I mean, who knows what the DH would look like. We're just ignoring the DH. You basically replaced whoever was playing first base, so Will Myers or Josh Bell or Jury. You replaced him with, is that an H&M hitty? No, it is not. You replaced him with Carlos Correa. So, I mean, it's Carlos Correa. The guy is one of the most clutch postseason hitters of our lifetime. He's up there with David Ortiz. I was looking at his numbers in the postseason, and man, that dude's clutch. Someone was arguing with me in the comments section about Cody Bellinger and Trent Grisham in the postseason. You can't really compare them. That's not really a fair comparison. He's trying to say this year. I'm like, well, Cody Bellinger only played 1 game this postseason, so that's not fair to him. Either way, 2 players. I got to go with the second player on my list has got to be Kodai Sanga. So 1 Correa, 2 Kodai Sanga, 3 Bellinger. I'm going to go 3 Bellinger. You think Jake's getting traded? A lot of people have said that. You know, I guess, I mean, he could get traded. I think he very well could. His value is very high. If we were to get the right return, we probably would trade him. But, I don't know. That's if we get the right return. I don't know if we're going to ever get the right return for him. But, I don't know. I always wonder, what's the value on Jake Cronenworth? Like, I genuinely do not have an idea. Like, I do not have an idea of his value. He will play first. Yeah, he very well could, but I was thinking of... The big thing about him is his slugging's not enough for first base, but he's also like a good hitter. I mean, Luis Arias played first base for most of the year this year, I'm pretty sure. And that guy doesn't have any slug. He's a contact hitter. I mean, maybe he hit 8 home runs. Cronenworth hit more than 8, right? I would assume that Cronenworth hit more than 8. But, I mean, he also hit... What did he hit? I'm pretty sure he got the Silver Slugger for first base, right? Let me double check this real quick. 2022 Silver Slugger. Oh, we got it as a utility. But, I mean, that's the same shit as Jake Cronenworth. Jake Cronenworth's a... Kent Rosenthal tweet? Yeah, we need to pop it first. What did Rosenthal tweet? Dude, you can't tell me a Rosenthal tweet and then fucking... Oh my god, dude. Reds have agreed to acquire Kevin Newman from the Pirates. Okay, that's... yeah. The Reds are just they just traded Kyle Farmer away, so they're probably trying to fill the void for Kyle Farmer. I guess. I don't you had me all worried there, Dem Padres. We need pop at first, for sure. For sure we need more pop at first. We have 0 pop at first base right now. Need Rhys Hoskins type? Yeah, Rhys Hos. I don't. No, he's just a free agent. His contract's just over. His contract's over. Yeah. Speaking of the Dodgers are gonna have an interesting offseason. They have $100 million to spend, at least $100 million. You know, it's the Dodgers. I think they'll make a push for Judge, but apparently I don't know. Do I like Hog? Yeah, I like Hog. Me and Hog are buddies. Hog's supposed to come on to Friar Friday next Friday. Yeah, next Friday, Hog's coming on. So be ready for that. And then I'll probably see Hog at the winter meetings and stuff. We need a Rhys Hoskins type. I mean, hey, if we can get Rhys Hoskins without fucking Swiss cheese glove, I'm all in. But at the same time, man, like the thing about Rhys Hoskins, and I was talking about this with my friend. I was watching his postseason at bats, and dude, like the home runs he was hitting were all middle fastballs or middle hanging sliders. There was nothing where I was like, damn, Rhys Hoskins, that was a good swing. Like I never felt that way about the swings Rhys Hoskins was making. So I was just like, oh well, okay. Like I think that it's easy to hit home runs when the pitches are down the middle hanging. Do you go to spring training? I've actually never been to spring training. I wish I could go, but I've actually never been. One day. Probably this year. You know what? Fuck it. I'll probably go this year. That's the plan. Spring training this year. That's the plan. We'll see. I wonder if Spot Rack has an updated list of free agents. Taking a look at it. It does not really have an updated. Oh no, it does. Cody Bellinger. Okay, so this is everyone that's gotten, I guess, non-tendered is gonna be on this list. Cody Bellinger, Jason Hayward, obviously a free agent. See if there's anyone new that I didn't see before. Corey Dickerson's a free agent. I'm pretty sure this is outfield. Let's go to all positions real quick. Just to take a look at everything. I mean, it's going to come up with the Rizzo and stuff like that. I'm going to actually change it, and we're going to look at designated hitters right now because who knows who our DH is going to be. Should honestly get Nelson Cruz. They do need more veterans. I don't know about that. Do you collect cards, mainly Padre players? I have. The Brewers did tender Renfroe, but they're probably just using him to hopefully get something back for him. I don't know. We'll do a little bit of looking on trade websites in a bit to see what could possibly work value-wise for Renfroe. Since there are a lot of players that got non-tendered, who do you want for the Padres? Bellinger. I don't know everyone else who's gotten non-tendered. I don't know if I've just seen a couple of them. But Nelson Cruz at $10 million a year, I'll pass. I'll pass at $10 million a year. I'd rather bring Voit. I'm not a crazy Voit guy. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I love Luke Voit. But if you're telling me Nelson Cruz versus Voit, I think Voit's gonna have better production this year. That's just my guess. Is there any way on Twitter that has a list of everyone that's gotten non-tendered? They'll probably trade for Renfroe. I think they will. I think that's why they're shopping Morhone. I could see Morhone for Renfroe happening. What do you think of Rodon? It would be great if it happened, but it's a long shot to get Rodon. I think there's a better chance that we get Correa or someone like that. Got to jump on Bellinger. Let's not forget who created the Bellinger train. Who created the Renfroe and Bellinger train? That's me, baby. Since day one, I believed in those guys. Alright, I'm going to try to find a list of everyone that got non-tendered. I don't know if there's anyone. Is there a list? Really, Voit strikes out. But dude, Cruz is not good. I also feel like pitching is a problem for the Padres for sure. We need one more starter. Yes, we need one more reliever, but you don't need to get that reliever right now. We have time to wait for the reliever. You can get a reliever at the deadline. It's very easy to find another reliever. Relievers come and go more than anything I've ever seen in my life. So, for that matter, I would say yes. Can I see a list of players I've gotten non-tendered? These players have been non-tendered. This list is from 3 minutes ago. It's been updated 3 minutes ago. Cody Bellinger. I'm pretty sure someone wanted me to... Cruz is 100. Yeah, he's so old. Go after DeGrom. I'd love if that could happen. I think we can get Bellinger for the cheap, maybe less than 15 million with incentive package. I think, talking about Bellinger's contract, I think Bellinger's going to want 3 years with an opt-out after every season, and probably like you could do 10 million this year, 12 million next year, 14 million the following year. I think that would work. I think that would work for Cody Bellinger. He's going to want opt-outs because he's trying to prove himself. Dude, Cody Bellinger could very well sign with a team. I'm not saying the Padres. He could sign with a team, hit 300, hit 30 home runs, and be Cody Bellinger again, where he can just opt out and double his money at least, you know? If you'd bring in Matt Carpenter, I mean, Matt Carpenter, you know what? I don't mind it. I haven't thought about Matt Carpenter. He's probably be about 1 year, 8 mil is the projection on him. I wouldn't mind it at 1 year, 8 mil. He's fixed his issues, which he was hitting way too many ground balls, and now he's hitting fly balls. And at the stadium he was at, it's leaving the yard. I mean, he got injured and missed most of last year. So 3 years, 24 mil. Yes, that's my projection. Now on my Padres franchise, I used Darvish's trade bait to get Lance. I'm guessing Lance McCullers Jr., but that's definitely not happening. Yeah, I'd be surprised. Right now, what I've noticed is it's very unlikely Yu Darvish doesn't retire as a Padre, which was not the case about 2-3 months ago. I mean, Preller's projections on, not Preller's projections, what Preller says about players is it's very rarely does he say we're looking to extend them, and he said the same thing about Darvish. So I'm expecting Darvish to retire as a Padre. I mean, what is he, 37, 36? That is a steal. Bellinger had an injury. I think it's just he needs a change of scenery. I think he's going to go to a different team and perform at a much better level. You know, that's all it takes for some people is just to go to a different team to perform. It happens. If it works, it works. You know, it's worth the risk. I mean, what's the worst that could happen with Cody Bellinger? He plays at the level of Trent Grisham. Am I wrong? If they get Cody, use him as a DH. No, he's really good defensively, man. You can play him at first. You can play him in the outfield. This is my dream situation. We're going to act like Kodai Sanga is not in the picture for this dream situation. At first base, you put Cronenworth. We'll say this for now. Cronenworth is at first. At second, you have Kim. At short, you have Correa. At third, you have Machado. And left, you have Soto. And center, you have Belly. And right, I mean, you could even still sign Sang in this. And right, you have Tatis, right? And you trade Grisham for a starter. Yeah, he's definitely a perfect guy to take a flyer on. I'm 100% on board with this. I cannot agree more. He is worth taking a flyer on. He is worth it. Or Mitch Haniger. I wouldn't mind Mitch Haniger. Mitch Haniger's he's a good, I like it. I like Haniger. It's a good option. What about Trey Mancini? I'm not crazy about him, but I mean, there's people that like him. He has really bad launch angle, so when he hits a pop-up, it's a pop-up or a strikeout. If you're referring to Bellinger, I wouldn't say that's true, but Bellinger has a very nice oppo swing. I've been watching I'm not willing to give you guys my personal opinion unless I've watched video of these players, and I've watched a video of Bellinger, and I think Bellinger's very fixable. And it's what's fixable with him is he just needs the confidence back and the change of scenery. I mean, when Bellinger's at his best, he's confident, he's swaggy, he's Cody Bellinger, you know? So I think just for that, he just needs a little bit of a change of scenery. Can Manny play first base? Hell no, dude. Voit is available again. He is. I'm not crazy about Voit, but if all falls through, we can get Voit. I mean, I said in my last 2 videos ago, I'm not crazy over Voit, but if you can get Voit, you can get Voit, you know? I don't mind it. I mean, if you're telling me, hey, we don't have a DH, I would be fine getting Voit. Maybe cheap. If you're talking about Haniger's projected to be 1 year, $15 million, so a little bit more expensive than Bellinger. Can we get Judge and Rodon? Hell no. There's no way we could get both of them. I mean, we already got a lot of star contracts under contract. I think the offer Judge got from the Yankees today, it was 8 years, $380 million. The first 2 years, he's gonna get $50 million. I'd find it very hard him denying that. I don't think it gets better than that. I mean, which means he's not going to be a Dodger and he's not going to be a Giant. So A-okay with me. We can play him in the World Series if they get there, because we're going to be there. I'm low-key happy Brad is gone. Berard. I don't know who you're talking about. Voit strikes out all the time. Yeah, Voit has one of the highest K rates in the league. But I mean, he's got a lot of pop. I mean, his swing's just not good though. Like, he's the most all or nothing swing I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen anyone like that. Though he strikes out a lot. Joey Gallo, yeah, but the thing about Joey Gallo is Joey Gallo has like I don't know, like it's weird with Joey Gallo because like you look at his baseball savant page, you're like, damn, this guy's good. You look at everything else and you're like, damn, this guy's good, this guy's good, this guy's good, this guy's good. But then you like watch him play and you're like, why is he taking these pitches? Why? Like he has really good discipline. He just has really bad swing and miss inside the zone. And I don't know. My guess, and this isn't me speaking, this is just because I know how AJ Preller operates. My guess is we sign Gallo. I'm gonna say that we sign Gallo. That's my prediction as of now. I think we're gonna sign Gallo. I don't want him, but definitely a defensive upgrade from Profar. Joey Gallo is one of the best defensive players in the year. I mean, in the league. I said in the year. We don't need Judge. We just need a couple of relatively cheap options. I agree with that. Profar plays first base. Yeah, Profar does play first base, but I mean, he's worse than Cronenworth if you're talking about hitting ability, so I'd rather have Cronenworth first. How likely is it? I think I mentioned it earlier. I'm putting out like 20-25%. The markets, we still don't have a great feeling on the market, but as of now, the 3 major suitors for Kodai Sanga, in my opinion, seems to be the Mets, Giants, Padres. I think the Cubs are going to be a major player in Kodai Sanga, but as of now, those are the 3 major guys involved. No one's talking about, I'm guessing you're going to say Matt Moore. He's a good pitcher, but as a reliever too. Yeah, but I mean, we need that big 4th guy. We need a big 4th guy in our in our spot. In our I can't even say in our spot. In our team. Going back to Miguel Sano. Hell yeah, I wish Miguel Sano would come to the Padres, but I don't think he's actually in play. Apparently, Miguel Sano is more likely to go overseas than get a contract in America. I don't know how the Miguel Sano fall-off really happened. The guy was injured. But yeah, there's still rumblings of Kim to the Marlins. It feels like it's died off a bit, but it's also kind of like, are you going to trade him and have Tatis come in? Like, the clubhouse loves Kim. There's a lot of things you got to think about there. Justin Verlander, that would be good. Yeah, but I mean, the amount of money you would need to pay Justin Verlander would be insanely off the charts. I don't know. I want a younger pitcher right now. That's my thing. I want someone that's younger. I mean, Verlander's 39. So, I mean, he's definitely older. He's very old. So yeah, I'm gonna say no on that front. If we could have an outfield of Soto, Belly, Gallo, I would definitely take that for a 1-year trial with options for both Belly and Gallo. Where are you gonna put Tatis? Are you gonna put Tatis back at shortstop? Because I mean, Tatis, I'm not trying to show you up when I say this, but Tatis is regarded right now by all of baseball as an outfielder. They don't believe he's ever coming back to short. So Verlander is old and he's not Nolan Ryan. I mean, he's pretty fucking close to Nolan Ryan, to be honest. He's pretty fucking close, man. He's done the same thing. You're gonna put Tatis at short? I mean, hey, it could work. Yeah, I'm guessing you're putting Tatis DH? Fuck no. Dude, there's like... So if you put Tatis at short, you put Kim at second. I mean, yeah, that's realistic for the Padres. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of people... I think there's going to be a lot of people when I say this. A lot of people are going to be in on Bellinger. I think the Cubs, the Jays, a lot of fan bases want to take a chance on Cody Bellinger, which is kind of crazy. Or even just Joey Gallo and get someone like Brian Reynolds. You'd have to trade for Brian Reynolds. But supposedly the Brian Reynolds package isn't too crazy what they're requesting, so it's a possibility. But I mean, Brian Reynolds isn't seen as a center fielder, so now you're in a limbo of Soto, Gallo, and Reynolds. So who's gonna play center? Yeah, Richard. He's joking. My guy, Dem Padres is joking. Adam Duvall will bring slug. I don't think so. That's the Duvall of the past. There's a couple of guys that really got affected by dead in baseballs, and Duvall is one of them. You know, he hit 12 home runs and 287 at bats, and a 213 batting average. He didn't play a full season, so I'll give him credit for that. I mean, he was probably on pace. He played 287 at bats. How many games is that? That's 86 games. So he played half the season. So he was on pace to hit about 24 home runs, which is nice. But I don't know if he's ever going to play a full season again. He's injury prone. Bless you. Thank you. Gallo, Soto, Reynolds in the outfield. I wouldn't mind that. I would be fine with that. I will say it now. I'm going to say it now. I am fine with that. That is fine by me. I am A-okay with that shit. I am A-okay with that. Is it buffering for you guys, the stream? I think it's buffering a bit. It seems like every time let me see. I think it's buffering a bit. Is it buffering for you guys? We're gonna keep going till you guys are out of questions. I got all night. Ask away. I'll try to do my best to help you guys. I think Grisham's gone though. I think he wants out of the SC. Funny enough, I actually saw Trent Grisham today. I live and work where a lot of Padre players are in the neighborhood, and I saw Trent Grisham today. He was driving, what car was it? It said Stinger in the back, which I think that's a Jaguar. How about JD? I like JD. I do like JD, but he doesn't have the pop he used to. Listen, from the DH position, I want someone that's going to be in contention of hitting 30 home runs. Stinger car. I'm just going to look it up. Kia Stinger. He was driving a Kia. Jesus Christ. It's a $35,000 car. Come on, Grish. You got more money than that. What are you doing, buddy? Let's see. Tatis puts butts in seats, obviously. It's a Kia. I can't believe that Grisham was driving a Kia. Isn't that funny, or is that just me that thinks that's funny? I wouldn't mind JD, but I want someone that slugs a lot, and the DH. I mean, realistically, unless our DH is probably be hitting 5th and 6th. No way Jury doesn't come back. At this point, it looks like Jury's probably not going to come back at this point. I mean, things change fast. But I'm going to say for now, Jury's unlikely to come back. It's just his price tag is a lot higher than what Preller was willing to pay for him, from my understanding. In my opinion, Grish needs to go at the trade deadline. He doesn't produce in the first half, of course. But I mean, I'd rather sell him now. Musgrove drives a Buick. He drives like some blacked out Jeep, a really nice Jeep, I believe. We're going to have a lot of MVP players next year. Tatis, Manny, Soto, maybe add some other. That's the goal. My prediction: Soto's going to win MVP next year. I'm going to say that now. I think Soto's probably going to win MVP. I'm also going to add a couple names to the mix of MVP from the National League. Maybe Acuna. I don't know. Just focusing on Padre baseball right now, guys. By the way, my friend who's a Giants fan, we're starting a podcast where we're going to be talking about Major League Baseball once a week every Monday. So it's going to be similar to like this, where we're streaming it and we're talking to you guys. It'll be fun, Manny has a Lambo. No, Manny has a blacked out. His wife has a white G-Wagon because he lives like literally 4 houses away from me, if you guys didn't know that. Manny has a white G-Wagon, a blacked out Rolls Royce, and like a blacked out Escalade. I think Soto will hit 340 with 40 home runs, 130 RBIs. That would be insane. Soto's definitely going to go off this year with the shift being gone. He's going to be more comfortable in San Diego. He's definitely going to go off. We saw glimmers of what he can be, Why do people say we need first base? We got Crony. I mean, yeah, you do have Cronenworth, and I think at some point in Preller's plans, Cronenworth was going to be moved to first base, but I mean, Cronenworth just doesn't have the slug at first base. He doesn't have enough slugging, So you want someone with more slug at first base and DH than what we're currently rolling out. And I think the big thing is we don't have slugging, period. I shouldn't say the big thing last year is we don't have slugging. We don't. Outside of Machado, no one had slugging. Tatis hits 50 plus home runs, I'm guessing, 115 RBIs, 40 stolen bases, hits 280. My predictions, he does hit over 40 home runs, but I think he's going to have a really weird year at the plate. I think he's going to hit like 240, 250. I mean, Tatis is weird. He comes back from injuries, and like I remember he came off the IL 2 years ago and he hit 3 home runs in a game. Tatis is just funky, man. He's a weird guy, He's definitely a weird guy to talk about. You never know what you're getting with Fernando, as we clearly know here. Any other questions you guys want to throw at me for now that I'm going to try to fire away and answer? This is just kind of more of a Q&A episode of Friar Friday. Unfortunately, our guest canceled on us, but it's all good. At some point, he'll definitely come on. A Dodger writer just said Andrew Friedman, if you guys don't know. Okay, interesting. So this is from a Dodger writer. He said, Andrew Friedman said the Dodgers are still, if you don't know who Andrew Friedman is, that's the general manager of the Dodgers, are still interested in bringing Cody Bellinger back and will remain in contact with Scott Boras. Friedman named James Outman, Trace Thompson, Chris Taylor internal options if Cody Bellinger doesn't return. Friedman said nearing the luxury tax threshold for a 3rd consecutive year is factoring into this offseason, balanced with the giving the opportunities to our talented young pitchers and position players. Friedman believes the Dodgers have upper-level talent in the minors that are ready to contribute this season. I mean, they definitely have some names. I'm not going to lie. They do. And Josh Bell can play first. Josh Bell's a free agent. Jesse Winker to the Pods. I wouldn't mind it. But the thing with Winker is, from what I've heard, is he has really bad work ethic, and teams don't want him because of it. Probably low-balling the 40 stolen bases. Stolen bases is going to be different this year. I'm not going to make a projection on anyone's stolen bases because now there's only a certain amount of time pitchers can pick off, that's going to get changed real fast because it's going to ruin baseball. With no shift, pitch clock, bigger bases, there's only a certain amount of times you can pick off. Yeah, Gurriel's available for first base. I like Gurriel. He's a lefty. I don't know what his numbers really were this year. I believe he had a down year, but also how is Gurriel going to work with Yu Darvish? I mean, let's not forget he made that racist remark to Yu Darvish in 2017. So I wonder how that would affect him. He hit 242 with 8 home runs. Dude, he's not going to hit a home run at Petco Park. I don't know if I could do that. We need a pitcher that can hit home runs. Cronenworth hit more home runs than him this year. I mean, first baseman. I don't know why I said pitcher. When I can ramble on, I ramble on sometimes. What are we, 90 days away from pitchers and catchers? February? Yeah, about 90 days. Yeah. We're about 90 days away. Padres signed Trey Turner. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. I mean, I'm not crazy over Trey Turner, but whenever you get to add a player of his talent level, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. See if there's anything else going on Twitter real quick. I see nothing new. Yeah, nothing much to add to that. Let's go ahead and check back here. How about Jose Quintana on a 1-year deal? I wouldn't mind it. Get rid of Trent Grisham and Ethan Rodon or Judge. Rip Alfaro. It was coming, man. I told you guys in my video yesterday that Alfaro was probably going to get released or non-tendered. Who's a better season next year, Trey Turner, Tatis? I don't think Trey Turner's a 40-40 guy. I think Tatis is a 40-40 guy. I think Trey Turner's a 30-30 guy. I would say that. That's just what I think, though. I would say, yeah, he's probably. I don't know. I don't want to step on toes, hurt people's feelings. I don't know if Trey Turner's a 40-40 guy, but I think Tatis is definitely a 40-40 guy. I don't know, but Trey Turner hit 28, he hit 21 at Dodger Stadium. If he signs with like the fucking Yankees, he could easily hit that amount. He'll have no problem hitting that amount. That's what I think, at least. That's in my opinion. I think Campy is going to be like Adley next year. Nah, man, dude. I think the big thing with Campusano is he got called up originally in 2020, and the Padres thought he was major league ready in 2020. And for whatever reason, it didn't work for whatever reason. I don't know. They know something internally. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Campy. And that's why his trade value's gone down. They just, for whatever reason, they don't see Campusano as legit. I don't know. I don't know what's up with Campusano. Trey's that guy. He's legit. I think he's a great baseball player. I don't think he's a 40-40 guy. I think he's a 30-30 guy. 30-30 is really impressive. I think, honestly, he could be a 30-50 guy next year. He could probably get 50 stolen bases. He got 30 this year, and there's going to be the change of rules is going to really affect him. Champion Grish is a package. Okay, who's your other catcher on the roster then? Padres got a lot of players to like release or sell Morhone and Trent Grisham. I mean, like I said, I tweeted it out earlier. Morhone's getting shopped around. Trent Grisham, you have to figure out what you're gonna do with him. What's good, Mustang? How you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Just talking about the Padres, you know. How you doing, Mustang? How do you feel about Jackson Merrill? I think Jackson Merrill's our number one prospect, and I think he's gonna be a top 20 prospect by the end of this season. Do we have any other catchers in our farm system? I don't believe so. I'm not positive, but I don't think we have any other catchers. We had a guy, we traded him in a trade a while ago. I don't think we have any other guys. I'm not positive, but I believe we don't have any other ones. Jays need to sign Nimmo, a starter and a reliever. You guys have I was looking at your roster. You have 7 starters. What's up with that? I mean, you got Brios, Manoa, Gosman, Kikuchi, Nate Pearson's coming back. Would you consider getting Pagan? Fuck no. Pagan and Taylor Rogers are the 2 worst relievers I've ever seen in my life in the Padres uniform. Pagan? You mean Pagan? Fucking round the fucking bases when that guy's pitching. Why don't the Padres get Seth Lugo in free agency? I mean, he's a valuable asset. He's a Nick Martinez type guy who's probably a better pitcher than Nick Martinez. I think he's going back to the Mets, though. He's been on the Mets for a while. I don't want White or Kikuchi to be my 4 or 5. Why was Kikuchi bad? Because didn't you guys pay him a decent amount? I believe you guys paid. You guys want Trent Grisham? I'll take a chance on Kikuchi for Trent Grisham unless his salary is something crazy. How much are you guys paying? You say, or did you trade for him? I don't quite remember. 3 years, 36 mil, 10 mil a year. Fuck, if it's 10 mil a year left for him, I would trade for him. I would trade for Kikuchi. Sanga's gonna be a Padre. I believe so too. And Nate will probably be in the pen. Really, he pumps Chad, man. He just gets hurt. I like Kikuchi. I'm not gonna lie, I do like Kikuchi. He's a good pitcher. Sanga's gonna be a Padre. Ow, for sure. I think we got a 20-25% chance to sign Kodai Sanga right now. His agent was he. What did his agent say? I retweeted it. Guys, follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. Watch your stream in the Suns and Jazz game. Nice. Would you trade Tatis for Ohtani if the Angels are willing? I said I would trade Tatis for Ronald Acuna. I got a lot of flack for it. What about Profar to the Red Sox to play with Hosmer? I mean, it's possible. Nick Martinez isn't good next year. Nick Martinez he's going to be average. He's going to get the job done. His agent posted, Kodai Sanga's agent posted, "See you later, San Diego," and a photo of the sunrise this morning. And then he went to visit the Mets. I think he has a YouTube channel. This guy's agent has a YouTube channel. Kind of interesting. He plays Apex Legends. That's hilarious. I think Profar to the Tigers. I think Profar is definitely going to a random team where he's going to get the most amount of money he can get. That's what I believe. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but I think it's going to be the most amount of money he can get. Who knows how much Profar can get? Could be any amount. He has Scott Boras as his agent. Anything's possible with Scott Boras. Let's see if we got anything else to add. They want to add Cody Bellinger. Like they said, the Dodgers are willing to bring Cody Bellinger back. They just don't want to pay his $18 million in arbitration, so they're willing to sign him back. But I don't know if Cody Bellinger is willing to come back. From what I've heard, his FO is, I mean, his relationship with the front office is done. Yeah. Anything else I could add? Just scrolling through Twitter, doing a quick little checkup. All right, let's catch up. Can I post the link? It's about Belly. Go ahead, you're a mod. Tatis has a no trade clause until like 2029. He can also waive the no trade clause. Suarez will be the closer after Hader. Yeah, probably. I'm still surprised how many MLB teams the Padres have made, like Seattle, like the Guardians. I don't mind Belly as a fourth outfielder. He's not going to go to a team where he's a fourth outfielder. He's going to want a starting job no matter where he goes. I'll look at the Twitter. The Chicago Cubs are expected to show it. Yeah, I think I went over that earlier. The Cubs, the Blue Jays, the Marlins. Those are the teams that are interested in the Padres probably too. Because listen, when people come at me, let's get Wilson Contreras. We trade Wilson Contreras as a free agent. We're not going to trade Nola. And also the Cubs. Yeah. You should ask where everyone's watching your stream. Where's everyone checking in at from tonight? Like Richard asked, where are we all coming from? Keep Kim. Yeah, Kim's not going anywhere. That guy misses and knows a lot about Chicago sports. Like I said, they're in on it, and keep Kim at second. That's what I think is gonna happen. But Bellinger's gonna go to a team that's gonna let him start. And he needs to change the scenery. If he goes back to the Dodgers, he's ruining his career, to be honest. You're in Tennessee. You're a Padres fan all the way from Tennessee. See, this is actually very interesting. Sacramento, Washington. Like, this is very interesting. El Centro, because I was talking to my friend yesterday who's a Giants fan, and I said the Padres are an upper mid-market team, but the thing that makes a team being an upper mid-market versus being a big market team is their exponential success. So I find it so interesting that everyone in here isn't from San Diego, you know? That's pretty crazy to me. How long have you guys been Padre fans? Is this kind of like a new thing, or have you guys always been supporting the team? I'm gonna grab my water bottle. I'm running out of breath here. You guys are doing a lot to me. Born in San Diego, been a Padres fan since '93. I love the White Sox, but I moved from SD. Originally from SD, but living in Washington now. You're from San Diego. Interesting. Guys, please join the Discord. If you haven't already, please click the link to join. I'm going to try to get as many people as we can in the Discord. It's a chance for you to talk to me and talk to other Padre fans when we're not on stream, not in videos, not in the comments. It's a perfect time for you guys. I'll respond 24/7. Make sure to join the Discord. Grew up in SD. You've been a Padre fan since you were born. Me too. How old am I? I'm 18. Since 1979. That's a lot of heartbreak, huh? Not heartbreak, but just bad seasons, to be honest. Make sure to join the Discord, guys. Please join the Discord so we can get a decent amount of people in here talking ball. That's the goal. We want to talk balls 24/7. Do you trust Tatis after PEDs? I mean, we have to, right? How are we have to trust him? How are we supposed to not trust him? We have no other option, right? When do you start your college baseball career? Fucking never. I blew my arm out, guys. I blew my arm out a while ago. Shit. I blew my arm out a little over a year ago, and I kind of limped through the end of my high school career. I mean, at a point, I thought I was pretty good, but who knows? I have faith in Tatis. He'll be better and become a lot smarter. Well, he has 24/7 security now. They're paying for. I don't know if you guys knew this. He's under surveillance 24/7 now. So it's gonna be hard for him to do dumb stuff, I would assume, unless he's. I mean, who knows? You have no other option besides trusting Tatis unless you trade him, but trading him's so unlikely, man. It's so unlikely. I threw out a hype, and even when I threw out the hypothetical in the video, do I still play MLB The Show? I play sometimes. I'll play, every once in a while if there's a player that interests me who hasn't messed up in their perfect lives. Yeah, it happens. Do you think Tatis will be in shorts? I think most definitely in the outfield. Prior to PED, so unexpected. Well, here's the big thing. Everyone goes, oh, Tatis took performance-enhancing drugs. Tatis this, Tatis that. Well, the thing about, Tatis and him taking performance-enhancing drugs and everything like that is the drugs he took was to heal faster. It wasn't like he was taking drugs since the steroids since 2019. Like, the numbers he put up is all natural, What is our 23 rotation? 2023, it's the only people that are under contract for 2023's next season. I'm an idiot. As of now, I would say, just saying based off of who we have signed, obviously the ace is Yu Darvish, second Snell, third's Musgrove, fourth is Nick Martinez, fifth is who cares? It's going to be tough. I would say Ryan Weathers gets a crack. He gets a crack at it. I think Ryan Weathers gets a chance. I don't know who else, really. It's kind of tough. Why isn't Joe our ace? Because Darvish is a better pitcher. If Joe Musgrove was our ace, he would have pitched game 1 in the NLCS. He pitched game 3, though. Clean. I still trust in Tatis. I still do, too. I mean, he's made some poor decisions, but I don't know. He's made poor decisions, but who is the fourth? It's probably Nick Martinez as of now. I mean, this is just based off of who we have on the roster. I think we have a great chance of getting Kodai Sanga. Musgrove's ears shiny. You didn't mind the Teoscar trade? I didn't mind it. I mean, I wanted the Padres to get Teoscar because he really fits our needs. Little Mets. Yeah, fuck the Mets, man. Teoscar really fits our needs, but I mean, at the same time, you guys got a lot back for Teoscar, especially because Teoscar didn't want to be in Toronto to right field and gets you guys need to get someone for center field. What's up with Ryan Weathers? So that's a lot to unpack talking about Ryan Weathers. So his velocity's down from where he was at. It was already going down. I remember when he pitched his debut, which was the 2020 NLDS, he was throwing 97, 98. His velocity it's been in a tailspin. His command's gone now. His location's gone. Just everything. He's basically, you remember Mackenzie Gore in 2021? How it was the lowest of low and Mackenzie Gore could not perform to save his life? That's where Ryan Weathers is at. Me, LA, more like FLA. Sent a message to your Discord. Perfect. I'm glad you're in here. Perfect. Nimmo, because he's perfect for us. Nimmo's definitely perfect for the Blue Jays. It's just going to cost a lot. You're already paying a lot. And the Blue Jays, I don't know. The Blue Jays aren't known for their spending. Am I wrong? But, yeah. Shit. Let's see what else we can go ahead and throw in. Talking about a little bit of baseball right now. Bellinger and Turner. That's the dream, man. You get Bellinger and Turner / Correa. You don't need anything else besides a pitcher, right? That's really it. I'm just saying. That's about it. Love this Q&A. Perfect. 2024 rotation. 2024 is kind of it is fucked because Yu Darvish is a free agent, Blake Snell's a free agent. You only have 2 people under contract, so I have no clue what to say for 2024. Literally, we have an incomplete rotation in 2024. I mean, the last 3 off seasons, you guys have spent money, but not like. I guess Springer's contract's probably around what Nimmo's gonna get. Ryu, Springer, Gosman, and Berrios, true. Top 8 all-time loved Padres. I guess my favorite Padre ever is Machado. My second favorite is, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Let me come back to that. What if if one of those big 3 pitchers gets injured, yeah, exactly. Give Manny another chance. I'll pass. Manny can figure it out somewhere else. But my top, I'll just throw out names. Khalil Green's one of my favorites. Ken Caminiti, Tony Gwynn, obviously. Trevor Hoffman, obviously. Will Venable is one of my favorite through the shitty era. Alexi Amarista was one of my favorite. Manuel Margot was one of my favorite. Hunter Renfroe was one of my favorite. These are just some of the players I really liked at the time. And, I like Joe Musgrove, but I wouldn't put him in my top list. Blake Snell's definitely my top list. At some point, guys, I have a connection with Blake Snell. Blake and I are buddies. Blake knows me by name. Blake and I are cool. And Blake may come on the podcast. He may come on for a Friar Friday. I think Tapia would be a good fit. I wanted Tapia before. Solarte is definitely up there. Yes, Solarte. That's another good name. But Blake's probably gonna come on the show at some point. He's gonna come on a Friar Friday. That's the goal. Derek Norris. Nah, I'm good on Derek Norris. But yeah, they get Sanga and Turner will win 110 games. Of course. I mean, you're talking about literally where's the void in that lineup? There's no void in that lineup. But I mean, hey, I think we'll get Joey Gallo. I think there's a chance Profar will come back. There's going to be some random names that are going to come out at some point. I think there's definitely going to be some random names. Well, we non-tender. I know you guys non-tendered Tapia. I talked about it earlier. I was big on Tapia last offseason. This year, I haven't kept up with him. I don't know how he did on the Jays. Chase Headley was my first Padres autograph the first time he was with us. My second was Matt Latos. Matt Latos, another great Padre that I liked. I don't remember my first autograph. Do we use Azokar? I mean, I guess, but Azokar's not that good. He has 0 pop and he hits for week average, but he's very clutch. I'll give it to the guy. He's a clutch hitter, man. He's a clutch hitter. You gotta respect a good clutch hitter. Candelario is a good option for another non-tender, since I know we just talked about non-tenders. My first autograph was probably Will Venable. Will Venable signed a baseball for me on my birthday, and that was right when I started collecting autographs. And that day on my birthday, Tim Lincecum no-hit us at Petco Park. Who do you want to see at the DH role? The DH role's so open, man. The DH role's so tough. I would say my number one hope is we trade for Hunter Renfroe. No on Tapia. I would agree with that as far as I know. 265, 7 home runs is our fourth outfielder. How many games did he play? He plays good defense. I know he plays good defense. Here's mine. Gwynn, Smith, Winfield, Santiago, Peavy, Cronenworth, Tatis Jr., Robbie Alomar. That's a lot of good options. You know, when you think about it, you know, the Padres haven't had the greatest players in the history, but there's a lot of lovable players, you know? A lot of people that are lovable. So, I'll agree with that. I'll for sure agree with that. Any other rapid fire questions that we can throw in right now? Played 128 games, 265, 7 home runs. That's not bad. I don't mind that. You just Soto gets no credit. Yeah, I mean, Soto just had one of the worst years in his career and it was still good. Springer, Teo, and Lourdes injuries at some point. Yeah, so you guys only have 2 outfielders right now, really. You guys only have 2 outfielders. It's kind of crazy. That's pretty crazy, huh? Dodgers have non-tendered Cody, Bellinger, and Luke Williams. I know they non-tendered Cody. I don't know who Luke Williams is, but hey, the Dodgers know what they're doing, man. They really do. No matter what you say, the Dodgers, they have the right intuition, so to say. But yeah. Jeff Passan is posting on Instagram now. I guess he's done with Twitter. Interesting. People are going off Twitter because of what's his name? Get Sanga and Belly or Gallo, and we should be better. Yes, we're definitely improving. But what are you gonna do with first base at that point? And shortstop. Injuries at some point. Non-tender. Why didn't the Padres get Kyle Lewis? Dude, something's up with Kyle Lewis. I don't know what really happened with him, but dude, something's wrong with Kyle Lewis. I don't know if it's mental, physical. He's had a couple of injuries, and just for whatever reason, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Kyle Lewis just isn't something's wrong with him. I don't know what it is. And AJ Preller, I trust. Me too. How do you think the team from up north does this season? Listen, from what I understand, talking about the Dodgers are taking a risk on their young talent. And this risk is going to completely pay off, and they're going to be a great team for another 10 years, or this risk is going to fail, and they're going to be fucking terrible, and they're going to be heading to a rebuild. I mean, a Dodger rebuild, which is not like a Padre rebuild, which isn't like, you know, any team, they're a big market team, they can rebuild in 2 to 3 seasons. But hey, at least it means they're starting to take their foot off the gas a bit. So realistically, I think the Padres should try to win they should win the division this year, I think. Andrew Benintendi to the Padres. I want someone with more slug. Benintendi's okay, but I really want someone with power. What if Hosmer wins a World Series before the Padres? Hosmer has won a World Series before the Padres. He won one in 2015 with the Royals. Yeah. I mean, I don't get the Hosmer hate. I'm not a Hosmer hater. I don't mind Hosmer. He's all right. How do you guys... Can I do a poll? Is it possible? Let me see if I can do a poll. I don't know. We're going to do a poll right now. Press 1 if you're happy with Alfaro being non-tendered. Press 2 if you're mad. If you don't know what non-tendering is, it's releasing a player. So if you're mad about it, press 2. Press 1. Put ones if you're happy, 2 if you're sad or mad or whatever other emotion you could possibly be talking about Jorge Alfaro. I wish I could do a poll, but I don't think I can. So, yeah, I don't know how that works. Mad. 2. Mad. So we got 2 people that are mad. Our third best outfield is Merrifield right now, and I hope he's our second baseman. What about Santiago Espinal? 1. Why the fuck? I mean, he just didn't have a spot on the roster. A lot of people are okay with it. Too, so we're getting mixed. I mean, in my opinion, I'm okay with it. I was expecting it. If you guys didn't watch one of my videos, what was it? 2 uploads, not this recent upload, but the upload before that. I said that, you know, I was expecting him to be DFA / non-tendered, whatever's a more recognizable term for you. Non-tendered being DFA is the same stuff, except you just don't have to pay any more money. Hopefully in a trade, you guys will get an outfielder. Hey, you could get Trent Grisham. I mean, I would trade Trent Grisham for Kikuchi. I would take a risk that you say Kikuchi's decent. Plus, we can go with a 6-man rotation, which would be really nice. I really would like to do that. I mean, Kikuchi's getting paid $10 million. Ooh, his ERA was tough this year. I did not see. Ooh, I didn't know it was that bad. I mean, he came off of a great season too, right? He was an all-star in 2021. What was his? He finished with a 4.4 ERA. I guess there was no all-stars from the Mariners or something. That's tough, man. You guys moved him to the bullpen too, huh? Interesting. How do you do out of the bullpen? Opened a roster spot exactly for a bullpen why didn't they trade him for a bullpen prospect? You don't really trade people for bullpen prospects. Kikuchi because he looked good in the pen. Okay, that's what I was interested in. Big question, do you think Bob Melvin's staying at the Padres? Yeah, I think he's not going to get fired. I mean, I think there's a lot of, from my understanding inside the organization, they're not crazy happy with how Bob Melvin did, but yeah, they're okay keeping him for 1 more year. Never really gave him a chance to play. It was Nola. Yes, the pitchers love Nola over Alfaro. Yeah, and Nola's a clubhouse leader. You know, in my mind, the 3, with Will Myers sprinkled in last year, the 3 major clubhouse leaders are Jake Cronenworth, Manny Machado, and Austin Nola. So, yeah, I think it's gonna be really tough to get rid of clubhouse leaders because you can't kill a clubhouse in baseball. You can't kill it. I had this discussion. One of the guests on Friar Friday, the first Friar Friday I did, we had a Friar bat on, and who's a buddy of mine, Ryan. Have you met Manny Machado? Yep, that's my profile picture. Is me and Manny. Ryan's a buddy of mine, and it was, you know, a deadline a year and a half last year, not last season, but 2021 season. He said that we need to blow everything up, and I was like, dude, you can't, because of chemistry, and chemistry, yeah, it's important. Like Hosmer was a big part of team chemistry, and he had a falling out, and then they had another falling out, and it was just, the relationship is unfixable. Can you talk about the Padres getting Cosgrove? Cosgrove was in our minor league system, and now he's on the 40-man. Cosgrove, you know, he's, from my understanding, he's like Tim Hill. He's going to be a reliever. He's not going to be a starter. Hosmer was a leader, and we got rid of him. Yeah, but the relationship between Hosmer and the Padres were unfixable. He only gave 6 runs in September and October. His first 4 outings, he didn't give up a run after that. Plus, it gives us a lefty to pair. I forgot that Kikuchi's a lefty. Yeah, Kikuchi would be a great fit on the Padres as a starter. There's a helicopter going over my house right now. Sorry about that. But yeah, Kikuchi would be. I would maybe trade Grisham for Yusei Kikuchi. It may be worth a try. I mean, listen, when you're pitching at Petco Park, you don't give up that many fucking runs, okay? And it kind of seems like the current MO. You have to do you looked it up online? Ah, perfect. All right, I'm going to run the poll real quick so we can get more of an official opinion on what you guys think. Let me try to run this poll real quick. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this real quick. It's going to be tough. Listen, I am good with technology. I'm not great. I'll say that. So we're going to do that. So I go here. I'm on the dashboard. Try to figure this out real quick. The next Crony, but more slug. He's a lot better than Cronenworth, I'll tell you that much. I'm a humongous Jackson Merrill fan. Oh, start a poll. Bang. All right, we're going to run the first poll I've ever done. Make sure to vote in that poll. For sure. I don't know how this works, but we got a poll going. Jackson Romero will be crony, but more slug, like you said. Who knows? Possibly. Possibly. We're going to let the poll go for 2-3 minutes, and then we're going to end it. His last start was August 15th. August 15th. Interesting. Interesting stuff today. Interesting day. What hand does Sanga pitch with? He's a righty. He has a great forkball. He has plenty of velo. He's a good fucking pitcher, man. He's got good stuff. He has great... Actually, I shouldn't say he has good stuff. He has great stuff. He's just... Listen, okay, this is my best comparison. Going back to Sanga, this is my best comparison, and I'm going to talk about Sanga in a YouTube video tomorrow, but this is my absolute best comparison for Kodai Sanga. He is the equivalent of Shohei Ohtani pitching-wise when Shohei Ohtani first came to the majors. Hard fastball, the splitters, the same exact pitches as his forkball. He doesn't have a slider, but he can develop it. He tries to throw a curveball. Keep in mind, Ohtani doesn't really throw that curveball anymore. But yeah, that's my comp for him. Will Myers will probably retire. Probably. There's a good chance Will Myers ends up retiring. I would say it's almost time, man. I'm a big Will Myers guy, but I mean, I shouldn't say I'm a big Will Myers guy, but I respect Will Myers. Does that make sense? Like, I respect him. I mean, hey, he got paid a lot of money to do nothing for the Padres, so show us some highlights while you talk. I'm gonna work on that. This is the first time I've ever done Q&As. I'm gonna do another poll, and we're gonna talk about Friar Fridays. Do you guys want me interviewing people? Do you want it to be Q&As? What exactly do you want from me on Friar Fridays? What do people want? Bellinger, Grisham with a lot less money. I'm the leader of the Bellinger fan club to San Diego, and I'll tell you this much: he has a lot more upside, and you're probably gonna pay Bellinger $3 million more, which is nothing in Major League Baseball terms, and I am willing to take that risk. But do you guys like this Q&A format? Do you like when I interview people? I don't know how many of you guys have been around the channel. I know I've gotten a lot of feedback and a lot of comments on my most recent YouTube videos. You guys have kind of really helped me out with stuff like that. And yeah, do you prefer the Q&A? Do you like the interviews? What do you guys like? I just realized how wrong this title is. It says Friar Friday with EP4. This is episode 4 of Friar Friday, and it's going to be Q and A edition. All right, we updated the title. Perfect. There we go. I like Belly more than Grish. Me too. We need 2 starters for this year. But for a while, yes, exactly. I don't know. I don't know. I think they both could possibly return, but we definitely need 2. I used to watch Myers when he was in the KC farm system when he was a catcher. Let's not forget, Will Myers used to be a catcher. For people that didn't know that, there's your fun fact of the day. Will Myers used to be a catcher. I'm going to run one more poll for you guys regarding this. Let's see what other options. We got starting Q&A. We already have a Q&A started, so I don't know how else this works. Apparently you can literally put questions in and go one by one, which is stupid. We already have a chat for that, so I don't understand how that works, but yeah, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and ask you guys that to answer the poll, please. We'll wait for a couple votes to come in, leave it up for a couple of minutes and let you guys do that. Is Will coming back? So my understanding with Will Myers is this. Will Myers is kind of in this weird position where he would be willing to come back. He doesn't want to play for another baseball team. There's mutual interest in Will Myers coming back, but there's also interest in Will Myers being a coach, being in the booth. There's a lot of different options for Will Myers. What if we bring Will Myers back as only as a catcher? There's no way he'll ever be a catcher again. But Will Myers is not going to be out of the picture for the San Diego Padres for years to come. I'll say that. That's what I'm going to say. He's gonna either play, be a coach of some form, or even be in the booth. Both is blowing it out of the water, guys. Yeah, you guys definitely want to see both. Didn't you post a short where... Yes, I did post a short talking about Pierce Johnson. It is believed that he is going to not come back. Grisham doesn't have an effed up shoulder. Bellinger is not worth the money. Need pitching. Bellinger's had his shoulder's fine now. It's just he needs a change of scenery, in my opinion. Just a thought. I'm guessing the thought was regarding Will Myers as a catcher. I would be very surprised. Pre-game announcer. That's what I would see Will Myers probably doing. I think the most likely chance is he's going to be a pre-game announcer, taking over for either Mark Pomerantz or Mike Sweeney. It suits him well. I think it would be a good position for him. I think there's a good chance that happens. But yeah, that's what I would say as of now. That's my prediction as of now on Will Myers. But hey, you never know. You never know. All right, both it is, according to the poll. Once again, guys, if you want to talk baseball 24/7, join the Discord. Will Myers is a hitting coach? Hell no. I'm just going to say that now. Hell no. I would not do that. It is not worth it. It is not worth it. Do you think Machado will opt out next season? No. They already have it. The Padres have a new hitting coach. They promoted, what's his name, to hitting coach. I forgot his name. Easley? Is it Easley? I think it's Easley. I'm not sure. They promoted someone that was currently on the staff to hitting coach. There's no way Machado opts out. Machado's he's gonna be with the Padres for the rest of his career. Unless something drastically crazy happens, there's no way he leaves. You couldn't join the Discord because it's not allowing you? Here, I'll give you a fresh link. Wasn't a fan of... Yeah, and he got hired for a new job. He didn't want to be here, I guess. So, he got hired for a new job as a hitting coach, and... Hey, good for you, man. I don't know what else I want to say about that. Good for you. Congrats. Yeah. Any more rapid fire questions for me you guys have? Anything else we can throw in there to talk about the Padres? This guy, he's a Bulls fan? I'm confused. Kevin Newman got traded. Okay, so here's the details. Reds get Kevin Newman for Pirates Dari Moreta. I have no clue who that is. Flaherty. That's right. Manuel, thank you so much. It is Flaherty. Thank you. I couldn't think of it. Easley. Who's Easley? Why is Easley so familiar? I'm gonna Google that. I mean, can't text though until I verify. I don't know why. You probably just need to verify. Is your Discord account new? We're so bad at hitting with runners on base. Yeah, that's why we need slugging, man. We need someone that's gonna hit runners in. Yeah, exactly. G-Man Choi to the Padres. That would be like a buy and sell it would be a flip for the Pirates. And I mean, I guess it's possible. I would be surprised, but it's very unlikely. I guess it's possible. But yes, you nailed it. Damian Easley. Who is Damian Easley? Why is it so familiar? G-Man Choi before he went to the Pirates. I don't know what the Pirates are going to do with G-Man Choi. No, my Discord account is old, but I need to verify it to be in your chat. Interesting. That's a Discord thing. I've never had anyone say that's about being in my Discord. So that's got to be that's got to be, yeah, I would assume that's got to be something like that. Like, I don't know. You know more than me. Hitting coach. What about hitting coach? Was Easley he was a hitting coach, right? Easley was the hitting coach, not 2021. He was a 2020. Damian Easley, right? Yeah, he used to be our hitting coach. Yeah, okay. Thank God, I'm not going crazy. But yes, we promoted Flaherty. I couldn't put his name to my brain. I don't know why I couldn't put Ryan Flaherty's name to my brain. But yes, we did promote Flaherty. He's fucking a psychopath, by the way. Flaherty's so interesting, but I love him. I think he's a great asset to our coaching staff. In fact, Flaherty's under contract, and the Mets tried to interview him for the job before they hired Buck Showalter, and the Padres shut him down. So that just speaks to what we think of Ryan Flaherty. A couple seasons ago, I think the Pirates are going to be competitive next year. They're gearing up to be competitive for sure. They're definitely gearing up to be on the competitive side. That's what they're trying to do. I mean, hey, they got young talent. They do have young talent. There's nothing else I can say about it. They definitely do have young talent. Whew. Can't take it away from them. Oh, there you go. Dem Padres got it covered for you, my guy. Dem Padres, best mod in the world, bro. No cap, best mod in the world. That's my guy right there. That is my guy. Any other questions you guys are interested in and looking for answers regarding the Padres? Anything else I can do? It's been used for you can create a new account too. If so you have a working Discord, you know. How do you feel about Abreu? I think I've been more vocal on Twitter about Abreu than I've been in stream. And my answer on that is nah. I do not like Abreu. Shout out to Lex, man. Shout out to Lex. I'm not a fan of Abreu. I think that he doesn't have the slugging we need. We need more pop. He lacks pop. And I mean, hey, I don't know, man. He's 35 years old. He doesn't have slug. He's literally a DH now. He can't even play first base. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how I don't like it. But hey, Preller's Preller, man. Preller is Preller. I will say that. You never know what AJ Preller's gonna do. He was actually car going down the street. That was loud. I don't know if you guys heard that. Sometimes I'll record videos and I'll hear like this loud ass car in the background. But yeah, hey, who knows? Who knows what Preller's up to? Preller was just in Chicago and people are trying to say, I don't know, man. So many White Sox games. I love that guy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, the money he's requesting, his age. What's your lineup for 2023 in terms of our current team, who we currently have on our roster, or my dream situation? Because our current roster is definitely incomplete. Yeah, it's definitely incomplete. So, yeah. I don't know what to say. Hangs up the cleats, yeah. Yeah. For sure. Now, if you're asking me my current one based off of the current roster, we have Austin Nola's definitely catching first base. This is a little trickery on you guys. You guys aren't ready for this. I'm going to throw you off here. First base, I'm going Luis Campusano. At first base. Second base, Cronenworth. Shortstop, Kim. third base Machado, left field Soto, center field Grisham, right field Tatis. That's with our current roster. That's probably the best team you can put on the field right now. My dream team, if you're asking me how I dream to draw the Padres up, it would probably be this. I would probably have to go catcher. I'm gonna go with Nola, obviously. First base. I mean, you could do a lot with. You can do a really. AJ probably has a lot of options this offseason. I'm gonna try to keep you guys in the loop to the best of my ability. But you could go first base Cronenworth. You could still trade for first baseman. You could sign a first baseman. Second base, you could go Kim or Cronenworth. Shortstop, you could go Kim, Tatis, or sign Carlos Correa, Trey Turner that we're interested in. Third base, you can go ahead and obviously is getting Machado. Left field, you could bring Profar back. You could, get Gallo. You could put Soto out there. Center field, you could have Grisham, Bellinger, Tatis. And right field, you could have Tatis. Left field, Soto for sure. I'm huge on Soto in left field. I think it's a very smart decision. And Sunday, I'm planning on uploading a video talking about it. So I'm not going to go too much in. I don't want to ruin the video for you guys. But yeah, Kempy played first base in that crazy Colorado game a few years back. Kempy is playing first base in the Dominican League right now. I'll say that. There's probably some correlation there. So loses so much value in the outfield. He definitely does, but it's public knowledge that Tatis is going to be in the outfield next year, at least to start the year. He's not going to be at shortstop. They don't want to take that risk because of his injury history. Yeah, they don't want to do that. That's my understanding. I don't want Gallo. I mean, listen, Gallo's worth taking a chance on. He's definitely worth taking a chance on. He's been underperforming a lot. I will agree with you on that. He's definitely been underperforming. Thank you, Dem Padres. That's what I mean. Look at Dem Padres. The dude's a crazy, crazy genius. Tatis at first. That was an article from NBC7, and that was a terrible article. That was an absolutely embarrassing article. Without getting injured, exactly. Yeah, I think it's safer to put him in the outfield for his injury's sake. Shortstop and motorcycles, man. Shortstops and motorcycles. Tatis at shortstop, Kim at second, Crony at first. I'm not a fan of that. Hogwatch? What about Hoggy? What about Borna? Borna's my boy. Me and Borna are cool. He's supposed to come on Friar Friday next Friday. Next Friday he's supposed to come on as the guest. We'll see how that works out once that Friday comes. But I mean, hey, it would be a pleasure to have him on. I'd be more than happy to have Borna on. We've been live for about an hour and a half. A lot of great questions, and I'm willing to stay as long as the great questions keep flowing. As long as you guys hit me with great questions, I'm all in on staying. Oh, Borna didn't say. He was talking. I think he was talking about the article. Borna doesn't really believe we should put Tatis at first. You have Hoggy on Discord. Hoggy's my boy. I get along with Borna very well. He's funny. I do like Borna. Borna Nazeri. If Tatis plays shortstop, Kim probably not on the roster. I would agree with that. Day after Thanksgiving? What do you mean day after Thanksgiving? I guess that is the day after Thanksgiving I will have Hog on. I didn't even think about that. I guess that is true. Day after Thanksgiving, we're going to have Borna on for an interview, ask him some questions regarding the Padres, pick his brain a bit. It's going to be interesting to interview the interviewer, if you're getting what I'm saying here, talking about Hoggy. He usually does most of the interviewing. How about Tatis in center field and Trent Grisham at infield? Infield? You mean right field? How do you feel about trading Kim with Grisham? You probably end up trading one or the other, not both. I would be very surprised if they trade both, and I think Grisham's a lot more likely to be traded. Both have a market, man. Both of them have a market. Hog is funny AF. Yeah, he's definitely funny. He's a cool guy. Both of them have a market, man. They both have opportunities. So, whatever. I mean, I think Kim's a bigger piece in terms of the clubhouse. He also has more value, but I mean, how about Tatis at center field, Trent Grisham at left field? No, I would not do that. I would not do that, in my opinion. Not a smart decision. I'm surprised there wasn't too many trade. There was not really any trades today. I was expecting more trades of people that were possibly going to get non-tendered, that people are interested in. I am shocked that we haven't heard anything about Hunter Renfroe. I'm really shocked we haven't heard anything about Hunter Renfroe. I was expecting to hear something about Hunter Renfroe by now. Carlos Correa, Chicago Cubs. I mean, hey, his original team is off the market. You know, what's it called? Is not interested in him. The Twins are done. They traded for Kyle Farmer, who's going to play shortstop for them. So, that's interesting. Grish will get traded before Kim. Kim has so much respect in SD and in the clubhouse. Yes, that's my opinion. He summed up my opinion for you guys. All right, we are going to get our final questions in here. I think it's about time to cut it off. Thank you guys so much for letting me, thank you for your time and, talking baseball with you guys. Any final questions you'd like to throw out there for me? We'll go ahead and leave a couple. We'll say last 10 to 20 minutes. This is the last 10 to 20 minutes. Because if we're about to be 2 hours in on talking in this Q&A. Gallo or Duvall, I think is the outfielders. I don't know why I like Duvall so much, but he has a big slug guy and Gallo is Gallo. That's true. I wouldn't trade Kim for anyone, honestly. Yeah. Rossi? Who's Rossi? I don't know who Rossi is. Trade Kim for anyone. Yeah, I am not the craziest Ha-Sung Kim fan, but I'd be very surprised if he gets traded. Bye, Kim. What's up, Hog? Dude, Hog, how you doing tonight? Next Friday, guys. Hog will be in here next Friday. This is just a Q&A today. Next Friday, we're going to throw Hog in. Hog's going to be on next Friday. Kim for Franchi. Franchi got non-tendered. He's a free agent. We can sign Franchi now. Dude, Franchi had so much upside. How much better is Soto compared to Brandon Nimmo? I mean, he's miles better than Brandon Nimmo. I mean, the big thing, everyone's super crazy over Brandon Nimmo, but my thing with Brandon Nimmo is the guy he's played 6 seasons or 7 seasons, and he's only had 2 seasons where he's played over 100 baseball games. So, yeah, I would say he's pretty shit in terms of staying on the field. But hey, if you want to pay $25 million for a guy to not be on the field all the time, that's a great idea, I guess. Great idea. Ohtani to SD. Hey, if you watched Hog's last stream, it's possible. Kim for Anibal Sanchez, that's a trade I can get behind. That is a trade I'm in on. I am down for that trade. Give me that trade. I'd be cool with that. Kim for Anibal Sanchez. Dude, how is Anibal Sanchez still playing baseball? That motherfucker's 50 years old. He is 50 years old. Hey, I would, once again, Pablo Lopez. I would like Pablo Lopez. I would like Luzardo more, but I'm down for Pablo Lopez. I would also like to say, just throwing this into the realm of thoughts, Carlos Correa left the Twins. The Twins wanted Carlos Correa back. Keep up the work. See you later, Borna. Have a good night, man. They wanted Carlos Correa back, but they just traded for a shortstop. So what's going on here? Carlos Correa's gonna be on a different team, man. Why not us? Why not us? I got that. I did a Carlos Correa jersey swap. I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter or check this out. I'm gonna drop it in the Discord right now. Make sure to join the Discord if you haven't already. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the Carlos Correa one. Why not us? Yeah, why not us? Why can we? Who's telling us that we can't get Carlos Correa? What made you want to do streaming? Dude, this is streaming it. That wasn't the real hog. That is the real hog. I mean, it's the real hog. You can click go to channel. It's hog. I mean, Hog and I were cool before I even started, streaming and stuff. But what really got me into streaming and talking about the Padres is I don't know, man. We do need a 6, 7, 8 upgrade. It just, I don't know, it just kind of happened. Like I've always had interest in sharing gameplay, talking to people about sports, stuff like that. No, it isn't the real. All right, man, you know better than me. I'd be very surprised if it's not, because if you click on his channel, it brings you to Borna's channel. But yeah, I mean, it kind of just, honestly, it all started with an interest in baseball and sharing the content to people, That's just kind of what I did. That is, I don't know if he's like shocked or something. I mean, it's just Hog, bro. He's cool. Hog, like I said, Hog's gonna be on next Friar Friday. We're gonna have Hog on, and we're gonna there's gonna be a lot of Hog collabing with Hog in the future. He's a cool dude. I like Hog. That's what I think. Why not us? Is that what you think? I couldn't press his channel, damn. Yeah, you just click, what you do is you click on the 3 little dots, and yeah, you do that, bam. They have a legendary 1, 2, 3. You can make a legendary 1, 2, 3, 4 if you sign Carlos Correa. That's what I think. Sweet, you're doing a great job answering our questions. Thank you. No problem, man. Like I said, I don't want to act like I'm starved for time, but we're gonna. I think we're about 2 hours in, so we're getting towards the final questions here. I'm getting tired, dude. My throat hurts. 2 hours straight talking, it's a lot, man. It's fun. I love talking baseball. I do enjoy talking about the Padres with you guys, but let's fucking go San Diego. Why not us? Exactly. Why not us? Let's fucking go San Diego. Speaking of let's fucking go San Diego, once again, he's gone, sadly. Oh well. I mean, oh well, shit. It's gonna happen at some point, right? I wonder if there's interest in bringing him back. Like, I wonder if there's interest in bringing Alfaro back on like a 1-year spring training invite type contract. Is next week going to be a Q&A or an interview? It's gonna be a mix of both. I'm gonna have some pre-written down questions, and if I see a question in the chat that I think is really good, I'm gonna definitely ask him the question for you guys. Trey Turner Correa, that's it. That's your personal opinion. I respect it. I personally like Carlos Correa more. That's the fun thing about sports, guys, is you can have different opinions than people. Like we all know Carlos Correa is great. We all know Trey Turner's great, but who's better? Can't wait for this upcoming season. Me neither, man. And my goal is to provide the best content in the off season, keep you guys the most in the loop as I can. And when the season comes, I don't even know how the content's gonna be figured out, but we're gonna kind of work on it. We'll figure out how we're gonna do the content once the season starts. But we got a while, man. Let's focus on how this offseason's going to go, what type of moves we want at the deadline, stuff like that, I mean, at the deadline, the winter meetings and all these things. I'm getting tired. What time is it? It's only 7:50, but my brain's going numb. My brain is going numb. Yeah, I worked today. It was a slow day at work, but hey, working's working, you know? It's not the most fun thing in the world. But hey, we worked. We got through it. Once again, any final questions? Hoping to wrap it up in the next 10 minutes or so, around there. That's the goal. This is the longest Friar Friday yet. So you know what? We're gonna end it in 5 minutes. Final questions. When we hit 115 minutes on the stream since it started. Final questions. Bye. Are you gonna leave me trash can? Final 5 minutes. 10:50 in Tennessee. Any final questions? Last 5 minutes, or do you guys want to just wrap it up now? It's all up to you. I'm willing to answer a couple more questions if anyone has any dire questions. I feel like we went over a lot, though. I think we talked about a lot for sure. It's definitely the most I've talked. I mean, people are gonna see, 2 hours on the VOD and then be like, whoa, Hunter Renfroe to the Padres? That would be beautiful. Like I said, I'm a fan of it. I think, listen, some guy commented saying, and you know what? I get it. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like my opinions. But there's been some people that have been pretty fucking rude to me, man. But either way, look at Twitter DMs. I will do that right now. Is this a real verified account? What the hell? I don't know. Subscribe to Twitter below. Oh my god. Let me read this real quick, chat. I don't think it's true, but I'm not gonna feed into it. When do you think are the Padres going during spring training? I think they're going to over under 85 wins. I think they'll win over 85. You have to win over 85 to make the playoffs, right? It was this article, not even an article, it was someone saying that Alfaro slept with Preller's girlfriend and that's why he lost playing time, which I don't think would be true. I'd be very surprised if that happened. I'm not gonna count that as a fact. But, I mean, maybe Preller's girl got banged. I mean, supposedly someone that be good, sorry. Supposedly someone I work with is dating someone that comes to my work a lot. His sister's dating Preller. So, okay, man, maybe that's the case. Well, I don't fucking know, man. I would find that so hard to believe, but I guess it could be true. Who knows? You never know. You never know. Word. Final 2 minutes here. Any last questions? Any other questions? I mean, we did about 2 hours on this one. That's great, man. 2 hour stream. That's pretty great. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm very happy with this. Lots of great questions. Hopefully I provided some great answers for you guys. Yeah, any last questions before we wrap it up? Anything else we got left in the tank? All right, I'll take that as a no. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Thanks for the Q&A. It was a great session. I would say, yeah, thank you, man. Thanks to everyone that came in. Over under, I say 98. That's high. I mean, that would win. That would probably win the division. But yeah, thank you for the Q&A. Hopefully you guys got the answers that I was looking for. I would say probably under dream signing Carlos Correa. Carlos Correa is my dream signing. That is by far my dream signing. Always has been, always will. I think we could very well shift the team around to make Carlos Correa work on this team. Yeah. Hey, it could work. You could pull it off with Carlos Correa. Peace, guys. Thank you so much. Join the Discord. Join the Discord, guys. Thank you. Oh, that is the Reddit article about Alfaro. That is, I will not take that as true. I didn't even mean to post that, but I don't know if it's true, but it's funny, okay? But join the Discord. I'm going to spam the Discord right now. Join it. We're out of here. Thank you so much. I will see you in the video tomorrow when we talk about Kodai Sanga, just to give you guys